1. Connect the power wire of the equipment to AC 220 voltage. Press the key of Start to enter the main menu of the starting interface. Then, keys F1 to F7 will appear on the main menu. Press the functional key as appropriate. 2. The steps for operating controlling equipment by manual are introduced as follows. Press F2 by manual on the main menu. Up, down, left, right to move X and Y up, down, left and right, and F up and F down to control the moving speed and make the equipment travel. 3. Some basic parameters to be modified and set are explained as follows. In case of flame cutting, press F4 on the main menu to enter the interface for parameter setting and F3 on the lower part of the menu to set flame cutting parameters. The preheating delay time is selected as follows: 100 units, second. The preheating time is adjustable during the operation process and other factors may not be adjusted. Press F7 to save and F5 to control flame 0. Plasma 1. 0 means unselected and 1 means selected. Set the parameter to 0, meaning the cutting process has been set to flame cutting. Finally, press F7 to save and ESC to return to the main menu. Flame setting is completed. In place of plasma cutting, press F4 on the main menu to enter the interface for parameter setting. F5 to control the first row, 1 for plasma mode, and F7 to save. Then, press F4 plasma to set plasma cutting parameters. Select arc voltage testing as 1 and cornering off heightening distance to 00010 mm. Other parameters will not be adjusted. Finally, press F7 to save and ESC to return to the main menu, and then plasma setting is completed. 4. There are two cases to call in graphs: system graphs and U-disk graphs. In case of calling in of system graphs, press F6 Graph Database on the main menu to enter the Graph Database interface. Select the graph needed and press Enter. Set the dimensions of the graph and then submit F6 to submit and ESC to return to the main menu. The graph selected may not be seen from the F1 Auto and F4 graph. In case of U-disk reading in, press F3 on the main menu to edit, F6 for U-disk, and F1 to input. The preset file name will appear. Press Enter to confirm and F3 to save. Then, press Enter and then ESC to return to the main menu. Press F1 for Auto and F4 to view the graph. Auto cutting procedures. Press F1 on the main menu for Auto, X for blank line and green key to start. Check if the graph travels according to the normal route. Meanwhile, check the dimensions of the sheet. Align the sheet and press X to cancel the blank line after confirming it is correct. Press F4 for graph and the green key for cutting. In case of plasma cutting, height should be controlled by arc voltage controller. The step is described as follows. 1. First, there are 4 parameter setting keys on the panel of arc voltage controller, namely Menu, Enter, Up and Down. In case of plasma cutting, 3 base parameters need to be set. Press Menu to select the function required under the status of Standby, and press Enter to modify parameters. 1. Setting of arc voltage. Arc volt. Set different arc voltage according to the thickness of the sheet. Press F up and F down to adjust arc voltage. Arc voltage has been set before X factory and will not need to be set in normal cases. 2. Piercing time. Peer time in 0.1 second. Press F up and F down to adjust the piercing time. The duration may be set according to the thickness of the sheet. 3. IHS time. IHS time in 10 ms means the height of the rear part of the cutting torch when it touches the sheet. The duration may be set according to the thickness of the sheet. 2. Two manual button is arc test, arc starting test button, and auto hand, heightener manual heightening, and auto heightening toggle button. 1. When flame cutting, check oxygen hose and gas hose if it's connected. Press the button of oxygen cutting on the panel. Observe the solenoid valve on the beam if it's on act. Then, press the ignition button on the panel and adjust the flame to be neutral flame. Next, check the flame cutting preheating time in F4 button and set to maximum 100 ms. Cutting speed can be determined by the flame size and thickness of steel sheet. 2. When plasma cutting, check plasma power source if it's energized, air pressure if it's on alarm, current if it's adjusted, positive wire if it's connected. Facing workpiece, adjust the distance between torch nozzle and workpiece. Adjust cutting speed and arc voltage size. 3. In case of large cutting seam or no penetration into the sheet, check the flame pressure and plasma power arc voltage, or replace the cutting nozzle and consumables. 1. Flame cutting. 2. Plasma cutting.